Hi, I'm going to be talking about Nordic Noir. What is Nordic Noir? Nordic Noir is a type of Scandinavian crime fiction and television drama that typically features dark storylines and bleak urban settings. The history. Per Wahulu and Madge Swell wrote a series of 10 detective stories featuring a decent but deceptive policeman called Martin Beck. The project took a decade, and the final volume was published shortly after Wahulu died, aged 48, in 1975. Viking sagas through the 1820s, psychological thrillers to the 20th century cinema. The idea of strong men and women doing difficult things to survive in a harsh landscape while struggling with their own issues is a core part of the Scandinavian culture. Most Nordic noirs are based off novels, which are first made in the Scandinavian countries. However, the rise of popularity has had many British adaptations made. In 2008, the BBC was producing an adaptation of Henning Mankell's novel about a troubled, disillusional detective starring Kenneth Branagh. To promote it, they ran the original Swedish series with Krista Henriksson portraying the rumpled, broken-down, cynic Kurt Wandler. The original version of Wandler quickly developed a cult following because of its unflinching look on society's degradation and abuse of the power on the human scale. Institutions. Borderline is a good example of an adaptation of Nordic Noir. The crime drama was first aired in Norway in 2017, later added to Netflix in March 2018. The 8-part series was originally shown in Norway in 2017 under its untranslated title of Greensland on the country's ITV2 channel. Megan Gallagher created this TV drama and wrote Grand Hotel in 2016. She also was a part of The Miscellaneous of Horror, an action drama, and Kings of Devil Island, also an action drama. The series was directed by Flinchflerd, Gunnar Viken, and Renner Dernstad Lango. Key text of Nordic Noir. For example, the bridge. This includes the storyline of when a body is discovered on a bridge between Denmark and Sweden. The two countries have to work together in order to capture the killer. Trapped. The crime drama follows members of the police department as they try to uncover a mystery against the elements in a sword near a small Icelandic town. A ferry arrives in Denmark with 300 passengers, but only their journey stops here. A storm overhead and treacherous blizzard prevent the ferry and the townspeople from leaving the remote area when a dismembered, mutilated body washes up on shore. The local police realise a murder has taken place just hours earlier. Everybody trapped inside the vicinity immediately become potential suspects, and chaos descends as they try to find the killer. Borgen. Prime Minister Bridget Norberg wins a shocking victory and ushers in a wave of political struggles. Border Town. A gifted detective that takes a job in a small town so he can spend more time with his family is soon drawn into a network of disturbing murder cases. The Killing. In the course of 20 gripping days, we follow leads and observe the consequences of heinous crime which rips through the heart of Copenhagen. As the investigation unfolds, Copenhagen's secrets, corruption and power struggles emerge as the hunt for the killer intensifies. Borderliner. When a police officer, Nicolaya, investigates a local man's apparent suicide in his hometown, he plants evidence in order to protect his brother and undistinguished local cop from being implicated in the crime. Nicola's partner, however, suspects foul play, trapping Nicola in a dangerous game of cat and mouse while on duty. As he crosses over to the dark side by deceiving his partner, things quickly spin out of control for Nicolaya as the conspiracy surrounding the fake suicide spreads through the town and across Sweden. These are some of the examples of the pictures of the crime dramas. Conventions of Nordic Noir. Cinematography. Film noir cinematography is often distorted and uncomfortable to look at, making the viewer feel uneasy. This reflects the tone of noir. This is used through high and low angle shots, mise-en-scene. Film noir locations uses urban settings to make what was happening seem even more real to the viewer, and they can relate easier. Low-key lighting and high contrast images are also used. The colours are usually black and white. Sound. Film noir sounds were used to complement the feeling of pessimism that was reflected in the films. Conventions of Nordic Noir also include editing. Film noir editing follows many of the traditional crime characteristics, but they are generally told non-linearly. Non-linear start at the end, then tell the story in flashbacks, often shot during the day. They also use jump cuts and juxtaposition. Characters. They usually include detectives, gangsters, millionaires, henchmen, beautiful women, police and heroes. We analyse the clip The Bridge. Camera. A dark colour palette is used to create a mysterious effect, tracking low shots of the car. Then over shoulder, which is a third person view. And this is used to make it feel like we're following the character. We then get a close-up of the character, giving them a sense of importance in the scene. An extreme long shot, then close-up of the character is used to make it seem like the area is important to the character. Editing. The scene doesn't use any first-person shots. However, through the editing cuts, we are able to see from the perspective of the character. When the character throws her badge off the bridge, then it cuts to the water, lets us know it's gone forever. Setting. We are situated on the bridge, which we know is the bridge that the show is based around. It seems like a dark and gloomy area due to the clouds and mist. Sound. The focus of sound is a non-diegetic music, which creates a mood of things ending or things changing. Semiotics. The badge symbolises that her character is trapped in her job, and throwing it into the water lets us know it is over and she is free from being a detective. The water symbolises permanent loss. Once the badge is in the water, it is gone and never returning. I will now show you a clip